All right, so we're talking about fractions. We're talking about the GED. This is subtracting of mixed numbers. This can be a train wreck for a lot of people, so hopefully this will help you no matter what you are dealing with. So when we're talking about finding common denominators, the whole numbers I'm not worrying about right now. We could deal with them if we want, but what I'm going to do is focus right now on just getting a common denominator for both of these. Now, when we're looking at common denominators, what we want to think about is the lowest number that they both have in common. And if we can't think of anything easy, we can always just take and multiply the two numbers that are in the denominators. So in this case, that's actually going to happen. 7 times 4 will give me 28. And here, 7 times 4 will give me 28 as well. Now, if we multiply the bottom number by whatever we do, we need to multiply the top by that as well. So since we multiplied this fraction by 7, we need to do this up here, 1 times 7, which is 7 28ths. Here we multiplied times 4, so 3 times 4 is 12. Now, now these are kind of gone, so we're just looking at this part. Now, the problem is 7 minus 12 doesn't work. I can't take away from something there's not enough of. So what I want to do is take from this whole number. So I'm going to borrow from the 14, which means I'm going to make it 13, make it one less. And when we're talking about whatever the denominator is, which is this case is 28, in order for me to take one whole of that, 28 28ths is one whole. So if I'm borrowing one whole from here, I'm really borrowing 28 28ths. So I'm going to add 28 to the 7. So 28 plus 7 is going to turn that into 35. So I'm actually going to just change this to 35. And hopefully you understand what I just did there. And then now that I've borrowed from that 14 and made that, now I can go ahead and subtract. So 35 minus 12. We're just going to do 35 minus 12. That's going to get us 23. These are still 28ths. Now, there's no reducing of that, so that's fine. You're good with that. And now we just do the number here. So 13 minus 10 is 3. So my finalized answer is 3 and 23 28ths. Now we go over here to this other one here, and we're going to take a look at that. So again, we're looking at two non-common denominators. So we can always take 5 times 7 and multiply that. We get 35ths. And we're going to multiply 7 times the 5, which means we're going to do this times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Here, this is going to be times 7, and 7 times 4 is 28. So we run into the same problem. These are going to be gone. We've rewritten them as 25 35ths and 28 35ths. So I don't have enough to take away from the 25 here. I don't have enough to take the 28 from it. So I need to do the same thing. I need to borrow from 5. I'm going to take 1 away, making that 4. And because this is 35, I'm going to take 35 35ths, and I'm going to add that to this right here, because that's one whole of what we've got here with this fraction. So 35 35ths plus 25 35ths is going to end up totaling me up to 60 35ths. So again, it's going to turn you into an improper fraction, which is what we need in order to borrow from it or to subtract from it. And now I can do 60 minus 28. 60 minus 28 is going to give us 32, and these are 35ths. We want to check, we can do 4 minus 4, which is just going to be 0. So we're just down here with this fraction. What I want to see is if I can do anything that goes into any of these numbers. So 32 has a few different possibilities, and so does 35. So 32 has numbers of 1 and 32, which obviously won't go into 35. 2 and 32, 32 divided by 2 is going to give me 16, but 2 doesn't go into 35 evenly. Then I do 32 divided by 3. Well, that doesn't go in evenly. I do have 4 goes into this, but it doesn't go into that. I have 5 can go into this, but I can't go into that. I can't go with 6 because that doesn't go in. 7 doesn't go in, 8 doesn't go in, 9 is not going to go in, so we're really kind of stuck here. These really don't work out. This is my finalized answer. There's no more I can do on that, and I hope that you have understood how to subtract, add, mixed numbers, fractions, decimals, all that good stuff. Find more of of these on my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at U1 Algebra. All these are going to be located in my GED playlist. And don't forget to like, share, and follow me for more.